warm, huh?
Yeah, good day today?
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. I'll see you in a while. Yeah, it got a little warm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Meant to discourage illegal immigration is nothing more than a political stunt.
What the state is doing with their buoy, it symbols.
Booyah! Why do I keep bringing these things with me?
A Democrat says those buoys are not stopping anyone from crossing as the cartel simply move migrants up or downstream.
The cartel.
Move them closer to shore.
Jeez, whose country is it? The cartel? All right, let's see. We might have a little break in the action here. We might actually be able to pull out without getting T-boned. This is Bloomberg. All right, let's see. And I shake my butt. As much as I wanted to bike ride tonight, I just don't quite feel right there yet. What the heck is this over here? What the heck is that? Hello, Amanda. Started to disappoint tonight. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Alan. Kelly, we don't update scores, remember? Remember your rule for my rule. All right, I'll be right back. Oh. So I'm definitely cutting down. I don't know what's going on up here. I don't know whether we're making a remake of RV or... Hello, Nino. Chicken Dance. That's cool. How you doing, Nino? See if we can move on. Okay, this series. All right, Kelly. I don't see good things in this series for the Orioles. They always have trouble at home against the Blue Jays. they need to get this monkey off the back of not being swept in a series for years. You gotta lose to win. So I just tried to move around a little bit today. And I thought I'm not even going to be able to step over the frame of the bike here. So I need one more week to feel like I'm good. But next Tuesday, I'm going to be heading out of town. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll just be putting up some shorties. And then on Friday, I will be online again. I might put up some shorties while I'm down in LA. I don't know yet. But I hope everybody's having a good day. By that time, LA should be all cleared up. I shouldn't be expecting any problems. It's good to see you tonight, Kelly. Nino, nice to see you. I don't know how you can wear all that when it's 88 degrees, but it is California, right? So do it up. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're in. It is very appreciated. Yeah, I didn't think the storm was just going to pass in and then it was going to be nice weather. I mean, it's very rare, those events. It's not like the storm was going to park over LA and just dump on it for the next year. Right? Well, I started to try to stretch out and raise my right leg as if I was going to get over the bar of the bike. And boy, that introduced a whole new set of pain in the stitches. So I just figured, it ain't going to happen. And if I try to rush it, I'm probably going to have some problem. So, being as discretion is the better part of valor, I thought better about it. So there's always the future. We're coming down to the more comfortable time of the year anyway. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. We cleared it out. The humidity came grinding down a bit. We're still in a touch of monsoon time, but it's nice. 85 degrees, which is perfect weather to me. Hello, Nathaniel. Okay, we're going to block the intersection. We don't care if anybody has to turn. Here we go. Let's move it, move it, move it. We're going to do a double executed turn. There we go. Don't let me slow you down. Here we got the really nice lazy way. Lazy days. Look at the nice shape that thing. The only problem with that rig, the side of it is starting to delaminate up above at the upper part. I'm feeling and healing pretty good. Hello David, I don't remember you, but welcome aboard. Alright, let's go. What are we doing? Are we pulling out? What's the plan? Here we go. I'm feeling pretty good. Today marks 1 month, believe it or not. Actually had it July 25th and it's the 22nd, so not, it's right there. It's been a challenging recovery, to say the least. But I have kept myself busy. Let's see if I can park a little better. Thank you for asking. And thank you for those who helped make Shamay's birthday yesterday kind of nice. It was nice we could give her a little bit of singing song. One of our favorite people down here. So we're in. I don't know if I'm going to have hot dogs tonight or shrimp. I haven't decided yet. Okay, let's get turned around. I got that surfer look going on today. Yeah, right. There we go. Do you love me? It looks like I got some sun. Shamay, No, Shimei wasn't in the chat. Thank goodness she's just enjoying her vacation. Thank you, Noreen. Some days you feel like a nut, some days you don't. And I didn't do a lot of anything today. Just hanging out. Thank you, Alan. Went to mass, but then there was 20 people lined up for confession, so I went back about 11:30 and got right in and got my soul scraped, and that was about the only really good thing of note that I did today. Let's see, who else do we got to welcome in? What's up, Joni? How you doing? Good to see everybody tonight. Yeah, I'm ready to try out for the Alabama cheerleaders. Roll Tide, roll. Roll Tide, roll. How you doing, Maggie? Oh, how you go? I'm hoping the breeze is going to kick in. Wait till a few more people come. There's a lot of people about the markets and stuff like that. We just seem to be in a one-way direction right now, and that's down, down, down. So some people are starting to get concerned, and rightly so, about that, especially as we come into a time of year where seasonally we tend to be weak in September and October. But my thoughts aren't, my thoughts are well elaborated here. Hey, Gail, how are you? Good to see you. My place to be every morning. Hey, I hated confession. Oh, no. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me, and good to see you, Alex. I think of all the people today that wouldn't be on therapeutics if they could just offload their unresolved guilt in confession. Isn't that what the great Sigmund Freud said? In Civilization and Its Discontents, 95% of the people that come to see me are dealing with unresolved guilt. And of course, Freud's solution was to give into it, to not, do what you want to do, follow your id. That's the deal. And people have been doing that ever since, to their own, obviously to society's detriment, because we have massive use of antidepressants, unprecedented. I mean, they were almost unheard of in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So a lot has changed over time, but I always say if people feel better for it, then go for it, These are just my thoughts, as Ronnie always says. These are the thoughts of the chat host. Your mileage may vary, and we respect everybody in here. Everybody in here. Everybody. To me, Alex, going to confession every 1 week to every 3 weeks, it's just like, it's nothing now. It's nothing. There's no more behind the screen. You just sit face to face, and we're just slapping skin, we're talking and stuff. Great. I wouldn't have been able to do what I'm doing without the help of this guy. How you doing, Tina? What is this girl doing? Is she trying to pull the Snoopy statue apart? But your mileage may vary. But as far as markets and stuff are concerned, guys, interest rates are the one and only and constant menace to stocks. They always have been. They always will be. It's not war. It's interest rates, because interest rates rising brings in competitive investments, and every point or so, every basis point that a 10-year bond rises, for example, in yield, it acts as a magnet which draws more money out of. Hey, Vicky, which draws more money out of, or at least slows the flow going into equities. And there does reach a point where you start to get to tipping, and now we're having declining job creation. I've noticed, has anybody noticed that the number of help wanted signs has been going down lately? It was the rare business I went by that didn't have a help wanted sign outside. And now I guess people are sticking a little close to their knitting now. Because I know like Schwab and other things, they're starting to have some difficulty with their expense ratios, and you're probably going to see some more banks failing coming up. I told the hidden father I had something when I was 10. What was it? That a TV snack? No candy. That's all right. We all did that, right? Nothing going up in Massachusetts. Good evening, Raquel. How are you, sweetie? Yeah, this is my beach look. So that's the dealio on that. So we have a combination of the most overpriced stock market in the history of in recorded history. We have interest rates that have gone from basically 0.3% up to 4.33%. in a little over a year or so, and it's starting to work its effect on things. So you need to just be aware of that. It's much more expensive now to finance a car. I stole an egg when I was a little more. I get in trouble for that. Wow, just an egg, man! I was ripping off stuff left and right. Cigarettes. I mean, it wasn't grand larceny, but and apologize. Yeah, well, that's a part of the process too. You know, it's a two-prong. Yeah, you can be forgiven, but suppose Amanda Hug and Kiss says, Rosie, I have this beautiful vase that I bought at the Sotheby's auction. It was $250,000. How about taking a look at it? And I take a look at that thing, and I get it into my hands, and I temporarily lose my mind. And what do? I smash that thing into 1,000 pieces on the ground. She kicks me out of the house. I'm sitting there, I'm feeling bad because, well, I'm a knucklehead, right? So I pick up the phone, I say, could I please see you? And I go over to see her and I say, I'm just so incredibly sorry. I don't know what came over me, what grabbed me, but I just feel awful. What I did to that vase, well, that's not the end of the story. Right. She says, I forgive you, Rosie. But there's a little matter of the vase. There's that hole of, the hole of emptiness to be filled. And that's my job, right? To make somebody whole again. And that's the whole point of it. It's not just to be forgiven. It's also to take steps to try to undo the damage that you've done. Right. So then, she's like, well, what can you do? Well, I could pay $20 a month. Yeah, she's like, I want my $200,000 back. So we're going to court, and she gets a judgment. The next thing you know, she's sitting in a Rancho. She's smiling. Yes, money is tight. Interest rates are out of control. Hey, Blue. And they're going to go higher because we have what's called the traditional cash squeeze, where all of a sudden everybody from Charles Schwab to tons of banks to the Chinese to everybody suddenly needs to borrow money. All right, now the banks need it short term because, well, what's happening? Their loans are going bad in the commercial real estate portfolio. And the number of loans going bad is increasing as businesses shut their doors and consolidate and all that. So I had a glitch on my phone, had to restart it in order to comment. No problem. What's up, Anton Smith? How you doing? So that's the difference between just saying you're sorry and then making amends for what you did. That's a real, there's got to be a sense of restorative justice in the world. Mr. Krabs got there. Let me do anything but comment on any channel. Well, Ronnie, we see you now, my friend. You're all good to go. Welcome aboard. We could have used your disclaimer. Ronnie's pulling a lot of duty because Shemai's away. How much did we bet? I don't think we bet anything for tonight's game, did we? I don't think we bet anything. I just want to get to the playoffs. Everything else is just a joyride on the way. Oh Lord, it's Kelly, me love. Hockey starts in 50 days. Yeah, how long is the preseason for hockey? Now this year I have a Canadiens hat. Boy, there's not a breeze stirring tonight. Bird was back. He's like, oh yeah, it's got kind of hot today. No, it just wasn't really a breeze blowing. It might still come in. I don't know. But that's restorative justice there. Hello from the, hey Terry, how are you? I stole our high school principal's underwear and hung them on his son was a friend of mine. That's pretty. That sounds more like a prank, you know. Well, when you do something wrong, whether you know, well, conscience blacks out for people after a while. I mean, the pilot light's always on, but you reach a point where you don't even care if you're doing, it doesn't even bother your conscience anymore if you're doing wrong. Your intellect becomes darkened, you become more stupid, and it's just all the consequences of that. Oh, is that it? Just 8 exhibition games? Wow, I'm doing good, Vicky. I hope you're doing better, honey. I know you've had a lot on your plate. Is that it? Just 8? I guess there's only really 2 football games exhibition now. The Ravens finally lost. But, you know, I don't put much stock in preseason because it's, you know, you're getting your second string playing. Yeah, I'd like to get up to Montana sometime. So I guess my thought would be just keep riding the interest rates upward because we're definitely coming into it. You can't help but have a slowdown, especially in car loans and mortgages and things like that. First regular season game is October 11th. Wow. At home or away? Wow, October 11th. How about that? Against the Montreal Canadiens. Man, they'll be packing the arena for that. Well, that's good, dude. Just keep kicking the trash can. Oh. Oh, it's in Montreal. Okay, that's cool. Can you imagine how lucky the team is from Toronto? They get to get all the good eats and French cooking and everything over there. Hey Michelle, how you doing? So it's important to remember that restorative aspect. It's not enough to just be sorry. You got to compensate. A friend treated me to lunch at a local family restaurant, baked scrod with crab meat, stuffing, and carrots. 16. I guess that's not too bad. 16. I don't know what the hell a scrod is. I know what a scrotum is, but I don't know what the scrod is. But it sounds like a pretty good deal for $16.95. I mean, you could do worse than that. You could be slapped by a raw fish. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. I think if one person can have a regular set meal with a drink, and if you can get out the door for $20, you're doing good. Anybody here take issue with that? Now, I know I could go to the El Cortez on Wednesday, and it's half price. I'm doing okay, Tina. I just didn't feel good enough to bike ride today. So, you know, I felt kind of bad about that because probably got people's hopes up a little bit, and I probably shouldn't have done that. But the healing's going pretty good. I'm just limited in you know, I'm so tight that any movement in any direction it's you know, it's got to be stretched out. Right? It's got to be stretched out. So people ask me about China and stuff. Look, there's no good resolution to anything, okay? Right? That's why we're at such a dangerous point when it comes to you know, governments and their stability and things. Slow down. Yeah, I kind of did push myself a bit much, but I'm okay. It's just that there's limits to how much I'm able to push and everything like that. But the healing is going pretty well. It doesn't really look like a murder scene anymore, so it's super. Let's cheer on the Leafs and Canucks later this year. No, honey, physical therapy, I don't think so, honey. It's just natural movement. It's gradually just widening my areas of mobility, you know, just gradually increasing them. Which means probably by the time I get down to Vegas, I'll be in pretty good shape to do everything that I think I need to do, which is great. Oh, Prius boy. No, that thing's long gone, wine country. That thing almost killed me. Imagine the intense heat I went through wearing that thing. That lasted till I had my checkup a week later, and that was it. You know, I was literally roasting like a turkey in that thing. It seems like every surgery I ever had, it's always been in the heart of summer. And I thought, oh yeah, because people book out their surgeries for fall and winter, right? How you doing, super mom Julie? How are you? Tomorrow I'm going for a cystography with my urologist. That'll be fun. You can't overdo it. That's exactly what I'm going to do, Raquel. So I got one more chapter to go on the book for the initial writing, and then it's just polishing the turd, right? That's it. You know, 400 or so, 400, 500 pages. It's going to take some real editing. I don't know. I hope Kelly finds some relief. I hope Catherine, my friend Catherine. Oh, it's Jujubee. Okay, honey. I hope Catherine. Gail, number one, there's like, I probably have a better chance of landing on Pluto than having the book professionally published. Okay. But if it doesn't turn out to be, I'll just self-publish it. So that's, you know, a lot of people self-publish these days. And if it's good, it just, you know, it starts to create a little ripple effect. It's not painful. Oh, that's good. Hey, Dave. I'll find out why I use it. Yeah, it's kind of unusual for a female to have to use it. Oh, you can't wait to read it. It's a heck of a read. Right? It's gonna enrage some people, it's gonna delight other people, and it's gonna shock other people. So there'll be something in it for everybody. But it's nothing that you won't think to yourself, well, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Now that I think about that, yeah, that makes perfect, yeah, I can see that. I do too, Kelly. It's unusual for, have you ever heard a urinary? No, Anton Smith. I'm medically very boring. I don't have anything exciting going on. Probably in my head's the most exciting thing, that brain damage. Are you glad? Yes, they are, yeah. Yeah, they're ecstatic. Yeah. very much so. They know it's a long process. You know, you don't reverse 12 years in 12 days, so it's beautiful. My daughter sent me a whole box of really healthy snacks today. Yeah, Kelly, I hope it all turns out good, honey. No, I guess I had a change of heart about Ghostface. I don't know. As much as I'd like to see Ghostface be gone, I just don't have the heart to, do that. I just wish that Ghostface wasn't such a bully. Right? I know, Kelly. I can do no harm to an animal. I mean, I gave Porky the best. Yeah, Super Soaker's not going to do anything, and these cats stand out in the rain. They don't care, right? As long as there's food going out every morning and food going out every night, then the cats are going to be there. No, I mean, thank you for watching. Oh, of course, Kelly. Yeah, you know I love you, honey. I'm very concerned about your health. Maybe with your love, Ghostface will change. I don't know. I mean, when you have the dominant alpha male, the alpha male doesn't brook any rivals, right? It's, yeah, it was around. It's a big bone cat, very not attractive at all. You know, it's just ugh. Not my cup of tea, but the thing has no redeeming qualities, which it's not friendly, it doesn't. Yeah, that's the dad. And it really bothered me yesterday when, I'm inside about 11 a.m. in this morning, and all of a sudden I hear, cats going at it in a big way, and they're not just like hissing, and these things are rolling and going at it for like 30 seconds, right? I step outside and here's Ghostface all over Tiger. And of course, as much as Tiger doesn't like me and stuff, I mean, I don't like to see bullies. We never tolerated bullies in Baltimore. I don't care how small, and I was always on the smaller side. I just stand up, hey man, you're gonna, you probably beat the hell out of me, but guess what? You're gonna have a fight for a while, and it's gonna cost you a bit too. You're going to put a little skin in the game. Because if you think that I'm just going to take off and run because you're a tough guy, well, you got another thing coming. Probably, Kelly. Probably, honey. So I just, I really want to see the cat gone, but I won't take steps to hurt an animal. Like I said, when Porky was there, I knew Porky was never going to thrive. Porky was going to die. Porky couldn't even get out from behind the hydrangeas, right? Porky was like a third of the size of the other cats. So I don't have any regrets about that decision. But if I got rid of Ghostface, then oh wow, then I'm like, I wonder what happened to Ghostface. The cat's definitely a menace, though. But I don't know. When I eventually get a dog, it's going to be a whole different pecking order. Yeah, I haven't seen Patricia in a while, right? Hope her mom's okay. She might be up against it. Her mom's in a pretty bad way. So I hope that's gonna, I hope she's okay. Maybe he needs to be a barn cat, yeah, I don't know, but I just don't know, Tina, if I want to go through all that. I mean, the chat's very mixed on that. A lot of people are like, well, just let nature take its course. Well, we may lose cats along the way. We already lost Trotsky and Lenin. Do you think it'll start to be too much? I don't know, Kelly. A lot of them will naturally die on roads and things. It's too busy. You don't see feral cats in cities except at nighttime. Man, this chick's pants are halfway down her butt cheeks in the back. She's so whacked out on drugs. She might be on. No, there's no way this cat's owned by anybody. No way. No way. This cat's too wild. This cat hasn't the slightest tendency towards civility. This cat's just a bully with a capital B. You know, I kind of gauged Bird a little bit last. You know, I might get rid of the cat, and he seemed kind of upset about the idea. So, well, okay, what the heck, you know? Oh, Ghostface, so handsome, right? Okay. Right. Yeah, lifespan of a feral cat's going to be 2 to 3 years. It's going to be even less in this neighborhood. Hey, Fourscores, how you doing? Yeah, I saw Jen over in the chat that you were in, so I guess she's not a part of this chat anymore, so hasn't been for months, so I just went ahead and pulled the wrench on that, so I guess whatever, I must have done something to offend. You know, you can only wait so long, 3 months, and then kaboom. The iconic Daisy Dukes. That was a good time in Vegas. Man, you were busy down there. You had like 10 things going on at one time, right? You were trying to juggle staying at your place there with being up gambling, and man, you talk about burning the candle at both ends. And please hit the thumbs up button if you're coming in. It is appreciated. Hi Cindy, how are you, sweetie? I walked 50 miles. How the heck do you drink coffee at night and then sleep? Well, I hear, Ilva, it's I'm always getting it at 5 o'clock, and then around 6:30 I'm eating dinner or something, 6:37, and then I'm usually up more hours. So by the time it's really time to go to sleep, I'm pretty ready to go. I make sure I'm up at between 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning. I like to get the most out of my days. I've never been a person that can just like sleep until noon, or I think the latest I've ever slept in is like the last, since I've been on a Rancho, it's probably like 9 o'clock or something. I don't know. That was weird. I don't like a lot of sleep. I haven't had a nap since kindergarten. Call had no effect. It's nice to see Cindy just jumped into your car on the way home. Cool. It's the dog days of summer. I can't sleep, period, and I'm on a sleeping pill. I haven't had a nap since kindergarten. I just can't nap during the daytime. What's that noise? I think I hear something whistling. Did you notice that we don't have any songbirds anymore? Did you notice that? Those crows drove all the regular birds out of here. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, Noreen? They used to be here, and then sayonara. Our days are really, we lost a lot of light in August. I was shocked. What's going on, Randy? I was shocked that we lose like 40 minutes of light in August. Like 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in September, 20 minutes in October. 15 minutes in November and right on down. I mean, the days are definitely getting shorter. I'm waiting till I see the first breezes blowing and then the leaves are coming down off the trees. We aren't quite there yet. Wisconsin birds are much more quiet also. I don't know. Yeah, wasn't that weird? Drank 20 cups of coffee a day. Yeah, you probably needed it. You wanted to be alert in the Army. You never knew when an NB regular was coming up. VC behind every tree. I don't know, Noreen. It's just strange. They just wiped them all out. The only thing that comes in, all the crows coming in roost. Right. You got good. Yeah, I've got good color every day. I try to do my walk every day. I only did one today. I'm a little perturbed at downtown. Hey, Linda, there was some sort of virus that hit here and we were asked to remove avian flu, I guess. Hey, there's the birthday girl, Shimei. Happy birthday to you. Happy day after your birthday to you. Happy day after your birthday, dear Shimei. Happy birthday to you. It's nice to be on the Jersey Shore. You know, Goldie Khan's been tearing it up with shorties up there. Hey, Lurker. Let's see, my area got some rain. It didn't take not much, but 10 minutes it was something to. Oh, well, good. I'm glad, Lurker. It's been a very difficult summer for those in Texas. And I can't even imagine what the power bills are going to look like. Hey, Starbeam, how are you? Yeah, I didn't want to forget Shimei, one of the great 21 club. Also, Alan Gentry's birthday was yesterday. So, thanks all for. Yeah, I don't know how people cope with the energy bills. I'm doing good, Starbeam. In here in Tulsa, my electric bill was $300. That's not too doggone bad, I guess. You probably had the electric run. I don't know if Tulsa's as humid as Texas. I was full time. I was out if the electric bill was at $300. Yeah, well, RVs aren't the best insulated. So you lose a lot. There's a lot of metal. Tulsa's very humid. Okay, I can't wait to get into Oklahoma, Nowata. A lot of places, a lot of small towns, Nowata, to go to. Need rain here in Texas. Well, relief should be coming in the next 30 days or so. 112 today, heat index. We had 800 month electric bill last year. I can hardly wait for winter, yeah. When I talk to others, it seems like it helps. Oh, that's good. Okay. Finally broke down and watered my grass today. I got to put some weed and feed on. Start to get some weeds popping in. So, Shimei, I hope you're enjoying yourself over on the coast. I do. These people are from Washington State. Hey, Kaylee, how's it going? I think we'll probably have maybe 3 more weeks. You'll have a Indian summer. If you're allowed to say that anymore. Can I crash at your place? Yes, Shimei would love to have you. All right, take them over to the AME church. They'll love them there. I love the train. I forgot. I know it might annoy some. Well, when the train was first starting to go back in 2015 or what, and Jen was here, and it's like they had that train ding ding ding. They had the warning bells going off every time that thing crossed the street. Every time. And I mean, you could hear it all over the neighborhood, right? And people started getting upset. They're like, whoa, you know, I mean, this thing is like, no, man. So they remove the ding 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 from, you know, down the street where it crosses. But I can, sometimes if the weather's, you can hear the ding ding ding. It's not too bad. But, you know, you got to understand, Vicky, you're probably in Idaho, it's quiet, you're probably on a really nice street, right? Everybody's got beautiful petunias and daisies and sunflowers. I'm in a place where it's just constant noise from 5 a.m. in the morning until 2 a.m. in the morning. So it's just, it's bad news. It's constant noise assault. That's why I'm glad my hedge is starting to grow. At least that's giving some type of buffer. Do. Yeah, live past tense, honey. You want that thing rattling all the time? No way. People went nuts. You're crossing an intersection. Every block is another, right? I mean, this is an urban area. I mean, it's just non-stop clanging. Ex-friend is, what is that? Ex-friend is psycho. Use white noise. I just listen to storm, rain, and thunder. Or else I'll put in on a lecture. Yeah, it's good. You deserve it. You don't need to have your cage rattled. But otherwise, you know, it's kind of proud. Oh, of course, this isn't doing anything. What the heck is with this thing? This POS. My ex-friend threatened me. What? With, threaten you with what? Off-colored blouse or what? What did your friend threaten you with? Powder puff girl slippers? I mean, what are we talking about? Is that what they were called, the power puff? The weather changed and got really windy, which made it chilly. Oh, okay, Shemay. Yeah, that was on one of Goldie's shorts, was that stuff was getting blown up the beach. Sound wall, earbuds, yeah. I love you, Manuel. You say a lot with a little bit. I'm scared my ex-friend knows where I live. Are they that psycho? Just do what I do. Get yourself a pair of dark shades. So, you know, being as I'm a social media influencer, I dare not go out anywhere, right? Do. Deep in the heart of Texas. So I have been cutting down on the food quite a bit, which has been day 2 of that, because I want to get my weight down to start shuffle dancing. I'm a bit still too top heavy. Deep in the heart of Texas. That's my next goal. I've got to strengthen my knee. Anton Smith, have you ever been out of North Carolina? I love the way the Chinese people, they get out those wet wipes and they give themselves a whole afternoon wipe down. Behind the neck, everything. I remember that in China. You sit down in a restaurant or get on a plane, they bring you a nice steaming towel. You wipe your face. It's beautiful. I just got home from Sonora, dropped some money, but I'm home now. Is that the casino? I didn't even know Sonora had a casino. I want to stay at the Lamplighter Inn, but I want to make sure I finish the rough draft. I have my own room, my sister. Oh, did you see what she made? I do talk a lot. I don't know. My mother was a huge talker, right? She never shut up from the time she got up till the time that she shut the door at night. It was just nonstop chatter. She'd talk about anything, man. So I guess I got that gene. My father was pretty quiet by and large. But, you know, thanks, Shemay. I can say this. Value every moment that you have with your family. Because one day, you know, they'll be gone, or, you know, things happen in life and you'll have those most beautiful memories. You'll look back and laugh at your talkative sister, and my mom was 4 feet 11 inches tall and just a fireball. Professionally trained concert pianist at the Peabody Institute of Music in Baltimore, one of the 3 most famous conservatories of music in America. Played professionally in everywhere, from New York fashion shows to everything. And when we were kind of grown, she went at age 50 and started pursuing a nursing degree, and she became an RN. And worked for 10 years as a RN in neonatal intensive care unit. I'm a pretty loud talker. I mean, my voice carries. I mean, I don't have a demure voice by any stretch of the imagination, but it's the people that talk a lot in life. They always make the night. They always leave you with a good impression, right? They fill the time. Sometimes I worry maybe I would, like when I'm around the boss, I talk too much all the time, because he's pretty quiet, right? And you don't think perhaps I irritate the boss, do you? Because, you know, Janet hardly talks. Bobby never talks. So I got to talk a lot for everybody. I'm like the glue that holds it all together. Interesting about your mom. Your parents have a lot to do with. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I never expected to lose my mom at age 70. And then I became an orphan in 2021. So value it when you got it. Some people don't talk. Self-good, yeah. So I'd probably get on really good with Shemai's sister, right? She's lives down in near Ricerstown, really nice area down there. Just far enough west of Baltimore to be out of harm's way and stuff. Nice communities. You've been through a lot in the last 2 years. Oh, I've had an interesting life, that's for sure, Gail. I can't say life cheated me on experiences whatsoever. I don't feel like I missed out on a lot. But I think once I clear the decks and finish this book endeavor and stuff, then we're going to be on to a lot of recorded content. It's going to be good times. Yeah, when you lose your dad at 24, there you go. Shannon is a psycho. Who in the heck is Shannon? Who in the heck is Shannon? Well, why don't you just knock her out then or something, Anton Smith? Start getting yourself trained up in Taekwondo or something. Give a little bit of a surprise. You just probably irritated. Yeah, probably a little bit. You know, because sometimes when you want stuff quiet, then I'm still chattering away, right? And the boss will just give me that look like, really? Right. Hey, Patricia, how you doing, honey? I couldn't bike ride tonight, honey. We were thinking about you. I do each of you in the chat. Wow, Patricia, that strip club's really affecting you. Anton needs to square up. I'm saying he'd be the perfect person to learn to square up a little bit, right? I had somebody the other day. You squaring up on me? Like what? Guy thought I was flashing a gang sign or something. Uh, 5 foot. I'm 4'11". Well, it sounds like a fair fight. Explore your masculine side, Anton. Ooh, get that thing in gear, honey. Cause we are crying over you. Cause we're still crying. Yeah, Shemay sent a box. I'm gonna open that up tonight. I know what it is, but I want to surprise you guys. Hey, how you doing, P. Carpet? Yeah, I love that song. Little Roy. I always liked Roy Orbison. I always liked his sound. I mean, he weren't going to be no Vanity Fair model, but he could sing. Is she really your ex, Anton, or are we just assuming that she is like a online ex, right? Friendly, what we call a FIA, friendly internet acquaintance. my 8er in high school. Interesting. Cause I'd be crying over you. I'm gonna send you a potato press to make fries like they do up there. Hey, you saw how I do my fries, man. There's no flies on my fries. They're beautiful. Oh man, I'm not gonna comment on that one. I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna say a word on that. You can't make me say a word. I'm not gonna say a word on that. Cause I'll be crying over you. Yes, Patricia's in the chat, I know. How about that? We were shouting her out. How do you do your fries? I told you, you do 3, put it on the side, right? Long ways, you do 3 cuts this way, then turn it 90 degrees and do 3 cuts this way. Perfect fries. I've demonstrated that so many times. It's, right. The moon in your eyes, the stars they turn. Yeah, I don't have a video on it, but it's part of every time I'm having fish and chips. Just go forward in the video and you'll see when I yeah, he wrote a lot of music like Willie Nelson, right? Ooh, no, not much. Cause I'll be crying over you, and I'll be crying. Yeah, Patricia, your mom will really love Anton Smith and his pleated squirrel girl dress. That's all your mother needs in her final days to live with that, right? Oh, love you, Cindy. Throw down time for Len. Throw down some grub. This is who over you and nothing. La da do do do, darling. What can I do? Only one. Ooh, who to offer my spare bedroom? You forgot the next box to check, Shimei. Neither of the above. Neither choice, right? Check here if either neither A nor B. Do 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 do. You got a tough choice. Flip a coin on that one. I don't know. We rarely see Adam too much. He comes and goes in waves. I think the heat wave maybe broke a little bit down there. I don't know. I don't know if the heat's been, I know the Midwest is the one that's really getting whacked now. I don't know if the Southwest is still being whacked with, loo doo doo doo. Uh-oh, ooh, ooh, another doo. Oh, doo doo, oh, what can I do? Tell me what. Imagine hearing that every 15 minutes at night. The bell. And the Doppler effect. Yeah, Patricia is an exemplary daughter. I have a lot of admiration for her. Tom Space, what does that mean? Christmas will be on lockdown. God forbid. This country can't endure another lockdown. There's people that would rather just probably expire than to be locked down. Wonderful surrounding. The rain came from. How you doing, Peach? There's no way that this nation can go through another lockdown. The last lockdown was so destructive. It just brought the economy to a virtual standstill, and we've just been muddling through. No way. No way. I don't think people would listen. Our health department here was like a joke. This Sunday, Matsy, and then she gets pulled over for drunk driving. It's like, really? This our Sunday or something gets pulled over for drunk driving. Cindy Russo knows about it. Right? She's trying to tell us, right, how to be. Really? Drunk as a skunk. But I know that some people got COVID around here. I can see it in the air. I'm one of those people that's very blessed to actually see COVID flying around. I buy a new TV every lockdown. I don't think there'll be any money coming our way. I used to live across the street from around, and I heard I got used to it. I don't know, Tony. Hey, Bo. Cause I be crying over you. Ooh. Yeah, they made them shut them off. Now they just have a sign, no signal would cross. Just the cross arm will come down in the lights, but there's no, there's nothing else. Do 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 do. What a beautiful day today. It's starting to cool off a little bit. Mask mandates. Come on, Anton Smith. I got Tom Space here. He comes out and says something, and then he doesn't post anything else, right? I'm gonna know Christmas on lockdown. We had a conductor that would keep blowing the horn. Yeah, I love those old songs like, oh, thank you, Tony. My niece had to miss her whole senior. Yeah, I mean, the educational system. Look at the results now. The test scores are appalling. We're gonna have the least educated generation in 100 years here, right? You can't have homeschooling unless the parents are give a damn, you know. Yeah, take care, Anton. Say hi to your stepmom. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do. Yeah, the problem here is there's a road crossing every 400 feet, right? Non-stop street after street after street after street. Then we have some people purposely jump in front of the train and get offed. Whew. That's a heck of a deal. There's our parking guy. What's he gonna get somebody? I've never seen one of these guys get out. Oop. I've never seen one of these guys get out of their vehicle. Oh, we got a breeze finally coming in. What do we got? 82 degrees. We got kids now. Yeah, I'm just saying, Bo, and writing, and can you imagine reading what these kids' compositions these days? Hey, Bunky. It's bad enough when you see job applications and every other word is misspelled. And we're supposed to compete with Korea and China and Japan. Ah! They say like 1/3 of the kids wouldn't even show up for homeschool Zoom things every day. You can't do nothing about it. My grandson has been homeschooled. Everything. He's getting a better education. It depends what who the teacher is. Yeah, the education system's gone to hell. Because greed is taking over. Greed and woke society. We'd rather spend more time teaching gender theories than math, and certainly you can't say ethics or anything. Ooh, God forbid that you should. That has too much of a moral/religious overtone. Ooh. But we can have drag queens in there reading to kids. That's all right. When did we become so unmoored? Misplaced priorities. I guess because when I was raised, my parents were totally selfless. They always put us first. Yeah, I don't know why they'd be closing libraries and schools around here. I don't know. In a lot of ways, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. Too much, too fast for me to know what's going on. There's too many moving parts. Oh, how you doing, Christine? There's too much simultaneously going on. I can't keep up with it all. I don't know why they would be. We just opened our library, the Roseland branch up there on the Avenue of Love. So I wasn't mind controlled. I don't know. Did you already start your cleaning house series? Honey, what does that mean, a cleaning house series? If you're asking me, has the house begun to be cleaned up? Yes, absolutely. Would I commit that to video? No, it's too embarrassing. You know, for 1 month I haven't been able to clean anything. Only now am I starting to get some stuff put away and being able to run the vacuum. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Christine. Good to see you, sweetie. Over you. Oh, you're doing right about everything. And how much COVID is going on here. Yeah, it's going on here. I got exposed. COVID's everywhere. Hello, Kelly, 3-3. Previously, you pulled the chat. You pulled the chat. Number 9. Oh, I don't know, honey. There's no way people want to see my cleaning stuff and all that. I'm trying to lighten up and downsize. Like I said, I'm going to be getting rid of 90% of my vintage audio units. Just downscaling and getting rid of as much stuff as possible. Just made me sick recently. Every horizontal surface is taken up with. I remember when they allowed paddling in school. It's one of the great thing about it now. I'm struggling. So, I don't know, Patricia. It would be psychologically debilitating for me. Why don't you go watch reruns of Hazel on YouTube? That way you'll get it. You'll enjoy seeing it. Dusting a bit of house. Yeah, I got underneath the bed in the bedroom with the duster thing. Wow. I don't know how many spiders I've eaten at night and stuff that have gone into my mouth. I don't know. They say in your lifetime you always eat 3 or 4 spiders when you're sleeping. You're not familiar with Hazel? Good Lord. Who's the gal that's everybody's pal? It's Hazel. I'm not sure, Christine. I might have hot dogs or I might have noodles. I'm kind of veering towards noodles. Just because I had steak last night, I don't usually like to have 2 like meats in a row. Although I do enjoy nitrites, artificial chemicals, and preservatives. I mean, the house isn't that bad, you know, but it's just like my sister's sister-in-law, apparently they're nice, Nino. Apple cider vinegar gummies today for weight loss. I'm up here about to stay in the shadow. Hey, Bluebird, why don't you, I don't know how overweight you are, Kelly. Everybody's talking about Ozempic and just hit yourself with that. The only problem with those Ozempics is it treats the symptoms. It doesn't change the habit that leads to it. So I think that's the, too much of our medicine and psychology addresses symptoms and not root causes and physiology too. Hey Jamie, how are you? Thank you. I move my bed every couple months. My bed's been in the same position the only thing I do is switch bedrooms. Let's see, it should be one of them. Oh, it's not bad, honey. What the heck, 157? I hope to be at 157. How tall are you? Should be out there walking. Now I'm starting to try to do a little cardio to build up my stamina so I can do a little dancing. Well, that's not bad at all, Kelly. nothing wrong with that. I just feel very heavy. So glad you finally were down. Well, thank you, Team Belinda. I appreciate that. Right, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, doggone! What happened to Team Belinda? Oh my, Team Belinda, just come back on one of your other 100 channels. I heard you say shuffle dancing, but I couldn't find your classes in the park. What does that mean? Hey, Morning Dove, how are you? How you doing? I'm the goat, yeah. I didn't even know they had apple vinegar keto gummies. I don't know. Yeah, my weight's not bad, but it's not suitable for jumping up and down and putting weight on my legs, right? That's the thing. Yes, I learned after live, and you mentioned shuffle dancing. You did it in the park. I started the cardio part of it. My left knee's not strong enough yet. I've got to build up. 2 things are missing: endurance. 3 things: endurance, balance, right, and weight. I am so unhappy that I have a job on company, lost contact, put somebody out there when I was younger, got my, oh wow, it's a shame, Peach. Endurance is the main thing. Although I walk, I don't really press myself for, light jogging and things like that, so I'm trying to start doing that. 150, I want to learn some of the steps. Zumba isn't so bouncy. Yeah, I don't want Zumba, I want shuffle dancing. You have to start slow. How you doing, Craig? I hope your doctor visit went. You start slow. It's like anything else, it takes practice. You got to learn where to put your feet first, and then with practice comes speed. It's like learning a foreign language. It's like learning how to play guitar. It's painful in the beginning and your fingers are all raw, and then over time it becomes natural. I'm looking at a YouTube short today. There's this 8-year-old kid playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown on the banjo. Yes, swimming is the best exercise for weight loss, yes. By far. It works every muscle in your body except your mouth. I mean, it depends what you eat, Kelly. I don't know what your diet's like. There's a video, all this stuff. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of shuffle videos out there. Tons of them. I have 3 or 4 people I think are very good. Balance is definitely what I need to work on. You got to be able to hop from one leg to the other. So it's all training and retraining your body. We get older, and if you fall, it's like a tree going over, right? Because you tend to be top heavy. What drew you to shuffle dancing? It looks fun, and it looks challenging to me. I follow this one gal. What's her name? Bez Dance or something. She lost 30 pounds shuffle dancing. It just gives me something physically I can work towards, right? And I'm a person that's very patient. You want to talk about something hard, go start to study Chinese, all right? That'll really wrap your brain around Pluto, right, and back. You listen to people conversing in Chinese, it sounds like garbage cans rolling down a street. I have trouble with that. That's what I'm saying. I got to be able to hop. Didn't your previous doctor, he's probably said it, I don't know, but a fat little dumpling, but I'm a dumpling. Let's just say I was, I was pleasingly, I wouldn't even say I'm plump, pleasingly plump. let's just say, attractively waiting. I guess that's better than being a fat little bastard. I don't know. But weight loss is a function of exercise and putting the fork down. How is your post-surgery? I'm doing okay, honey. It's going pretty good. Everything's sealing and healing pretty good right now. I'm starting to try to get all my mobility back because everything's very tight, right? Billions of stitches and all that stuff. So it's breaking in new directions. And I don't know what somebody like, I don't know if they have, when I'm in surgery, if a nurse stood on my rib or what happened. I'm very, very sore. I don't know whether somebody slipped in the OR and just gave me a stunner, and I don't know what happened. Yeah, it's very constricted, Patricia. So I'm not really, I don't have the, that's why I didn't ride the bike tonight. I thought if I go down, I'm not even going to be able to capture or stop myself. Even 5, that's it, Bo. Your back should feel better, that's cool. Boy, that Volkswagen creeped in, that electric thing. I didn't even hear it. Spooky. There's less people up here tonight, unusual. Oh, do, 'cause I be crying over you. 'Cause I be crying. Crying, no. I think bike riding is good exercise, but you really take your life in your hands. Like sand, electric, man, one would call it. No, I don't think there's a shuffle. I think this is like 4 years after the fact now that shuffle dancing was popular. I don't know. I don't know. It's something that it just takes, the important thing is get your feet correct in the beginning. Like, don't pick up bad habits. Right? The thing to do is make sure that your foot, no matter how slow it is, to make sure that your footwork is correct. All right. Then everything else is just speed. Did you see it on the internet, Noreen? Look at YouTube Shorts. Just put shuffle dance in. You'll see all kinds of them. It's very good aerobically. The contract, anything, I'm so unhappy trying to keep them driving, they're not working jobs, they're not like seniors. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. We're transitioning to a much tighter job market now. Yeah, no bad habits, Luce. That's why the beauty is when you start at the beginning, you're not going to get any bad habits. Right, but if you go down the road, a bit and you learn, then you got to unlearn. And that's when your brain explodes. I'm not sure when I'm going to shuffle, Cindy. Half of me says little by little to demonstrate, and the other half says wait till you have a finished product. I don't know. I know I need to strengthen my legs. I know I need to work on my balance, and I know I need to work on my endurance. Those are the big 3. That's the big 3. Yeah, so Peach, I don't know. Our yellow freight line went belly up in the neighborhood. I don't know what's going on over there. Freight slowing down. You have ships that used to take 1 day to go through the Panama Canal. Now we're talking about 4 days. The rivers are drying up, and it's very problematic what's going on in the world. Yeah, you need to unlearn a truckload. That's right. Walking is the best. Yeah, swimming. I think swimming would be number one. Do 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 do. Oh, it's nice to see you, Cindy. Cindy, is it cooled off any, or are you still in your monsoon? Is it still very humid? I'm getting excited about going on a big content making spree again coming up. I like bike riding because you can sit. I see. It's so dangerous around here. Society makes you learn computers now. Yeah, I don't know, Peach. I wish I had something positive to tell you, my friend. We never got that storm. Yeah, that's good. What do you worry about, bird? Here in Modesto, it was cool 90 today. It's comfortable here. Oh yeah, I worry every time he's on a bike, especially if you have 5 or 6 brews. Theoretically in this town, you can get arrested for on a bike with drinking. I worry about the people in cars because you see people race down my street now. I mean, they'll think nothing of doing 90 miles an hour. If they see open road, working in computers since I was 10. Hearing aids are in. Everybody playing with them, and I have a headache. Oh Lord. You know what some people do, Peach? They'll start by doing thrifting and things. They'll start to go to yard sales and stuff, and they'll start to. Oh, you get a cigar that fell over. Oh wow. They'll start to buy things at yard sales and then sell them online. The beauty is, you take something from a small venue, a neighborhood, and you put that on blast across the nation, right? And right, Miran TV, he breaks it down slowly and then up to speed. Yeah, a lot of them do. Trick is start slowly and get the steps right first, and then like anything else, speed comes with practice. There's no substitute for practice, but you want to do it the right way so that you don't get hurt, right? And I've kind of sensed that there's too much weight being carried right now, so that's really, really important. Do crying over you. Of course, if you're younger, then dancing takes the weight off. If you're older, then it's a deterrent. And now I'm getting very streamlined, and I'm excited about being right. Do 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 do. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? I think tomorrow we're going to do a cemetery walk tomorrow. I'm going to commit myself to that tonight. Tolerable, we might enjoy activity. We have a public pools here, but the hours are so restricted for the regular public, right? Get dizzy with the first. Yeah, I hear you. So shuffle dancing doesn't have a lot of spin moves and things like that. What it does is it has a lot of bouncing and switching from leg to leg. So you got to be able to work on 3 things. You got to be able to work on your balance. Right? And we get older and we lose our sense of balance because we don't use it anymore. right? Yeah, please hit the thumbs up if you're just coming in. So we lose that sense of balance. We lose the strength. We have enough strength to walk, but we don't push it. You explained my problem, Wade, when I fell and hurt my right shoulder. Yeah, that's it. All right. And when you're driving a truck, you need to have a Class A physical. We used to do them all the time, Class A physicals for the commercial, CME and stuff like that. So it's much more restrictive than it used to be, and really, some people were pissed. I don't have the coordination for learning dance. I bet you do, Noreen, if you start slowly. Right? Everything is a matter of just go slow and walk through it. And then it's like anything else. It's like playing the banjo. When you just instinctively start to know where you put your fingers on the fretboard. Same thing with piano. It's all repetition. You don't see a kid just sit down and start knocking out Mozart, right? There's hours and hours and hours of practice behind that. That's where the discipline comes in. That's what you really need to. So I'm not going to really ramp up until two things happen. Number one, I'm going to finish the rough draft of this book. And number two, I'm going to get back from Vegas. Yeah, that's good. Walk about 8 miles. I walk 3 miles about 7 times a week. But that's not really helping me with endurance. I live in a very flat, even though the post office calls it an alpine postal route, it's flat as a flounder. Hey, Naomi. There's one big room left there, Nino. There's a couple things. I don't think the filters have ever been changed for the AC system. That's number one. Hey, Beatles. Number two, the place should be converted over to LEDs in that back. You know, the lights are on all day long in that big room where they prepare food, where people are coming all day long and filling up. Oh, you know, Father, I don't have any groceries this week, and they leave with 1 or 2 big bags of groceries every week and stuff. So all that stuff has to be pulled off the shelves and put into bags for people. So it's just, you know, nobody ever really slows down enough to really give it deep cleaning. And you have pictures up there from when there were 9 commandments instead of 10. I mean, it's, you know, we're talking about pictures that have like a ½ an inch of grease and stuff on them. Nobody's got time to just, you know, they're running in place to just stay even. There's gotta have somebody that's coming in that's not involved in feeding people, that's not involved in cooking or washing dishes, that just can be dedicated to just bringing things up to the standard. That's the big deal. I mean, I look up at this grate that's covering where the filters are, and I'm just, I can tell this knocks down the efficiency by like 40% of the whole system. It's like trying to breathe through 10 cloths in front of your face, right? So that's sort of my intermediary term goals here, to just gradually start working on building myself up physically so I don't injure myself. I don't have enough muscle mass to really sustain like being able to without risking injury right now. So what I do is start walking up and down steps to get used to that. Balancing on one foot, hopping to the other foot. It's all practice. You just train your body to rebalance again. You know, we lose the ability to balance because we walk on 2 feet. We don't need to be on 1 foot. Good thing to include, so you don't initially, yes, stretching, all of that stuff. But the most helpful exercise of all would be like a Stairmaster or something like that. Or even going around with ankle weights would tremendously strengthen legs and things. So tomorrow night we will be gone. I've had so many requests for a cemetery run all week in, week out, week in and week out, week in, week out. So tomorrow night your ship will be in on that. And it'll be light enough. I'll grab a flashlight. We can look in some holes and stuff like that. It ain't like it was in Vegas where every direction, that place was so sick with black widows when we went in. Since I slammed my head into the workbench in June, I've had a bounce. I need to get used to moving. Well, that's a pretty traumatic injury. Falling is the biggest hazard when you get older, and one of the reasons is when you fall when you're older, you're like a tree going over, right? There's just no timber. Can you do 2-pound weight? I don't know. There's a stretch lab opening up nearby. Oh, cool. Who wants, oh, a lot of people want. This channel was built on cemetery runs. I mean, when I was with Mr. Z last time in Vegas, there was so thick with black widows you couldn't even see straight. It was so cool. So glad we have access to that cemetery. I couldn't recover in time. That's what I'm saying. So if you're the slightest bit top heavy, then when you fall over, you do yourself tremendous injury. And as we get older, our center of gravity shifts from lower to higher, right? And that puts you in more danger of hitting hard when you go down. Yeah, the bones get brittle, which can cut, yeah. Yeah, the center of gravity shifts over time, Patricia. It's natural. Especially for women, there's, you know, guys, if you got a big belly, you know, and if you're pushing a load, but women, they'll start to sag or whatever, and it just shifts the center of gravity. Ooh, 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 crying over you. So that was like the greatest Black Widow hunt we ever had. Been daily walking and suddenly stopped with that fall. It's now August the 1st thing. Yeah, women have a lot of problems with osteoporosis. Well, they have a lot of treatments for that now to increase bone density or at least stop it, slow it down. A lot of it has to do with calcium deficiency. Your body's got to get the body has got to get the calcium someplace, and if it doesn't get it through eating, it's going to grab it from your bones. You know, the body will sacrifice its bones to keep going and to keep rolling along. So those are definitely the 3 things I want to work on. I never knew why it's so easy for older, because they're not used to adjusting their center of gravity as they shift and move. Hey, Justin. When they lose their balance, it's a shock to them all of a sudden as they're going down. They can't believe, hey, I'm falling. When you're young, you're used to falling all the time. It doesn't matter. Your muscles are well conditioned to adapt to it. I haven't seen any crybabies around tonight. Yeah, we'll see what's going on Fancy Pants Street, and then we'll make our way to the cemetery. We'll look at some of the fancy homes. Yeah, Ronnie, there you go. The first thing is learning to fall. What they teach you when you're parachuting. I have my bedding on the dry with 4 dryer sheets. Boy, these cars are so quiet. These electrics. Phew, spooky. Hey James, how you doing? If you want to cry, I'll give you something to cry about. Yeah, man. Those electric cars are all rubber. They melt away fast and have fire. Well, let's put it this way. Lithium batteries are extremely dangerous. They're unstable. Lithium is a very unstable element. Hey, lady. Hey, Lisa Lin. I don't know if that's the real Lisa Lin or not. My mom said, wait till your dad gets... Always. Beautiful night. Let's at least loop downtown, see what's going on downtown tonight. Well, your YouTube account would still be the same, Lisa Lin. Whether you lost your phone or not, your YouTube videos would still be there. And your channel. There's a seated 28-day channel that dances when I go to Pinterest and I click on, but they want to sell. Yeah, there's so many free tutorials, Patricia. You don't need to pay anybody for anything unless you want the social aspects of dancing. But the dancing I'm interested in, 40% chance of shower. But the dancing I'm interested in doing is not ballroom dancing, it's not salsa, it's not rumba, it's a very particular kind. It's not very high impact, but it does require a great deal of stamina. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's lucky that it's lucky that whole it's lucky that whole deal didn't just come down and unwind from the other end. I guess they have that clutch on it, Alan, that grabs the cable, so looks funny to get my jump on some of those stuff. I don't know, Patricia. I don't know what you know what I look like. You know my physical condition. I don't know yours, so I don't want to ever encourage anybody to do anything that might injure them just because I do it. You know, I have a bad knee. So I'm not, you know, my big risk is I go out aggressively in the beginning and do something stupid and then really hurt myself. So I know myself enough to know that I don't have balance, I don't have stamina, and I have an improper weight ratio on my body. Not too bad, but enough. So if I do that, and if I injure my knee, then I'm looking at knee replacement surgery. And then we're talking about a 6-month process. And, you know, you'll never get back again to what you had ever. I have strong legs, Cindy, but I got in a terrible barroom fight in 1985, resulting in my leg being turned all the way around. My foot was pointing backwards, and that did a tremendous amount of damage. I had arthroscopic surgery and stuff, but you know, it's just never gonna be exactly strong again like it was. So, you know, I can't be stupid. Yeah, my legs are good and everything, but you know, it doesn't tell the entire story of it. Yeah, it was a terrible fight. You know, it was Baltimore. Oh wow, okay, Cindy. I'm not a prime candidate for it now, but if I screw up and I do something wrong, hello Boston, I'm gonna be looking at knee surgery, and then it's gonna be a whole nother recovery issue. And I would love to be able to avoid that. Are we going to turn? Are we just going to stop in the road? What are we doing? Here we go. All right, we're in a parade. Dun, 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 do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Looks pretty poppin' over here at the left belly. I don't know where the fire was. It wasn't closed down. It wasn't closed down for long, whatever it was. This place is popping. Look over there. The left belly's popping tonight. Do 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 do. We're in a parade. Ba, 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 ba. Let's all give the Queen's wave. Oh, there's all the bikers tonight. Let's see if we see Juan. There they are. Do 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 do. Where's Juan? Juan the man. Guy's beeping people. Can you imagine that? Didn't see Juan tonight. Ba-doo, ba-doo, boop, ba-doo, boo, boo. Oh, somebody took your spot. Sorry, dude. Yeah, they're redwood trees. They're huge. Welcome to the Redwood Empire. these things, as you know, redwood trees can be massive. Hey, Rupert. So I need to take it very slowly. Reward direction, not perfection. Do 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 do. See how scrappy the Blue Jays are? Very tough team to beat. It's a nice 300 there. They got who extra innings? I don't even know what you're talking about, honey. You're as cryptic as the boss is. You didn't even tell me. You told me you weren't even a Blue Jays fan. Look at you hanging on every pitch. I guess this apartment house this condo is officially open now. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 stories. Soon we're going to add 10 stories here. Yeah, Kelly, what's your story, honey? Are you a fan or are you not? I bought this 4-tier Shelby and sort of put the cart before the horse because I discovered there's not. Oh wow! Yeah, you should never have a shelf like that freestanding. It's an invitation to disaster. Right? You got to make sure that baby's against a wall. And if you're in earthquake country, you should tie off the top, even with a zip tie, onto an eye bolt or, with the, right? I just can't really get into baseball until the playoffs, then it becomes interesting. I don't know, Kelly. You're the one who told me you don't follow the Blue Jays, honey. I'm just repeating what you said. Sound like a fair weather fan. I mean, good or bad, I stick with them Orioles. All through the lean years when they were sitting in the basement. Now we're enjoying a little bit of the good times. We're getting a little flavor of the moments. I'm not as much into it as I used to be. Like when I was younger, I lived for sports, but sports just got too overwhelmed with money. It went from clubs to professional organizations, and TV contracts got in there and they ruined it all. Right? They got in there and ruined everything. At least football has some elements of equality in it, with salary caps. And that works to the benefit. You have good parity in the NFL now. In other words, any team could go to the Super Bowl theoretically, and that's the best way to be. I mean, the Orioles have one of the lowest payrolls in the American League. They're not going to be able to keep a lot of these stars they have now, these young guys. Can't afford to pay $200 million for players. It's like, look at the Yankees. They're rolling around last place and they have the highest payroll in baseball. I mean, even the people in New York City can't stand them. So when it just starts to get too much of a spread in payrolls for teams, I just stop losing it. I start losing interest. That's why I love football so much. Because in the NFL, any team can go out there and beat any other team on a given game day. Baseball is just a long season, so you're going to have your ups and downs, but the important thing is to stay away from the long losing streaks. That's the important thing. And then when you're sitting in first place, it's always good to ask, well, you know, what is Tampa Bay doing tonight, right? How are they doing? Because if they lose, then if the Orioles lose, it isn't even relevant. Do 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 do. Boy, the poor Yankees, man. Can you imagine being that well paid and just sucking eggs? Awful. All right, let's see if we're going to be able to get in the driveway here. We got this guy here again. Home sweet home. Of course, this stopped charging. Trash day in the hood tomorrow. Yeah, the car runs. We were in the car last week. Ba-doo, ba-doo, boop, ba-doo, doo, doo. Ba-da, ba-doo. Let's get what Shimei sent here. I wanted to wait till she was here to open it. Hello, Blackbird. It's going. Okay, let's see what we got from Shimei here. Alright, let's go ahead and see what Shimei sent. I already have a new one, Williams. Cindy Russo already sent a whole new setup right here. No sense putting it up until we're getting close to rainy season. This baby's doing just fine. Let us see what we have. Look at that. Oh, oh, that's so cool. Guess what she sent? She sent a picker-upper. Isn't that cool? Look at this thing. Tiger! Look at this. It's a picker-upper. It's a foldable picker-upper for stuff on the ground. This is an investment in the future. How cool is this? Look at this thing. I'm going to test it out. Thank you, Shimei. Look at this baby right here. Look at this. We're going to give it the old test right now. Let's see. You see that piece of paper over there on the ground? Look at that. I'll pick that baby right up, man. And there's two of them. How cool is this? Isn't it nice the way that folds up too? Look at this thing. Look at that. It's a picker-upper. That's it. This thing is like awesome. Let's find some more stuff to pick up here. Hold on. It's very good quality. Tried to get me right there. Dude, I'm handling it like a pro already. Right. How cool is this? Cat catcher. Thank you, Shimei. How cool. This thing is a beauty. Yeah, baby, right off the ground. Woo! Yeah, because the big problem I haven't been able to pick anything up off the ground. So when it goes down, it stays down. Thank you, Shimei. And I got 2 of these babies. It's a 2-pack. How cool is that? And I am very, very appreciative for that, Shimei. Thank you so much. We can begin to get the house in order again. And look at the way this baby folds up. Look at that. How totally excelente. Isn't that nice? Gonna be perfecto. Very happy about that. Oh. Thank you, Shimei. You think it was my birthday? Can I open the peanuts? I don't think so. She's wonderful. She's very thoughtful. Yeah, this thing is really, really nice. Strong too. You know what that deserves? Oh no! Don't die! There we go. Now we gotta do it again. Oh, it's stuck! No! We're gonna have a hard time keeping this baby going. It's starting to get warped. Let me swing around this way. Ugh. I can't believe the sun is dipping. I had to throw it away. It was so old. I bought that in 2013, and that sat in the kitchen and basically stayed turned on for like 10 years. Yeah. Man, I miss the XP. I still have one more computer that's running Windows XP. Your brother purposely killed it. Now, what does that mean? Did he A, shoot it? Did he B, overclock it or something? Or C, none of the above? I mean, when you say he killed it, I'm thinking he put a 38 slug into it. Set a bomb with it in it. So what you're saying is he thought that you were done with it, right? Is that what we're saying? Well, okay. Well, I mean, he didn't do it maliciously, right? He thought you didn't need it anymore. He didn't ask me. Well, that makes it more exciting. Oh, I can't do without my daily peanuts. They're like such a highlight. So delicious. I wish I could just get the honey roasted, but they come with the regular peanuts and cashews. Well, it's like when I sent Jefferson T. Rowe a Sansui Classic receiver, and he poured gasoline on it and lit it in the backyard of his place. I haven't decided whether I'm going to have hot dogs or whether I'm going to have noodles tonight, because I had meat last night. I had the steak last night. Yeah, I think nuts are good for you. They're sort of natural oils. Yeah, I don't know. I had meat last night, Patricia. I had a steak. Celebrate. Ah. Man, I miss Trotsky. Isn't it weird? I went to the boss's house one time and they had Safeway Select hot dogs. They were really, really great. I come into my Safeway here in town. They don't have them. I thought all Safeway stores were outfitted with the same stuff. I don't know. Well, that was a surprise. Let me see if I get a couple of tomatoes for dinner tonight. A couple of really red boys here. The heritage tomatoes are good, but no wonder people don't like them though. They're kind of commercially unattractive to people. These have very nice color to them. But people don't like the way that they're, you know, the weird shapes that they're in and stuff. So I got some, these got nice color on them. So I have some of these babies. Do you have any cottage cheese and peaches? I still have one jar of peaches from last year, but I don't have any cottage cheese. this will make a nice side dish dinner tonight. I guess we'll have hot dogs tonight. We'll have one with a roll and one straight up here. Ooh. No, but you did miss this, Janet. Is that not like the greatest card in the history of the world right there? Man, I hope I can keep that card forever. Tomatoes and cottage cheese. I don't think I've ever had tomatoes and cottage cheese. Never had that. That is what you call a heck of a birthday card. That's the greatest card I ever got in my life right there. Yeah, with the hot dog, let me know. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead with the hot dogs, I think. Could you believe, though, my 7-Eleven, yeah, I can replace the battery, too. My 7-Eleven did not have Safeway Select hot dogs. Unfortunately. And then Jen is like, well, you probably have a ghetto 7-Eleven. That? Hey, RSN, the weather's good. Short tomatoes in a pan with Kelly, I don't even know what you're talking about. Tiger! Yeah, but I was in the Safeway, right? I mean, I was in the Safeway, right? I was in the Safeway. Oh, I mentioned 7-Eleven. Yeah, I meant to say Safeway. What the heck is going on? Tiger, where you been all day? Have you been battling the brood in the neighborhood? Have you been battling that terrible, terrible ghost face? Thank you, RSN. Tiger. Tiger. Here we go. Yum, yum. Ooh, ooh. Good night, Craig. Tigers as well. Yeah, how you been, CJ? Haven't seen you around much. I don't know why Tiger's just weird. I mean, we just put down that food. It's just a very, very finicky eater. Here he comes. Back again. Just been working. That's good. You're making money. I'm doing all right. A little less top heavy than I used to be, but happier for it. Now he's getting into it. Now he's getting into it. Look at that. Woo! Look at that. Does that warm you up, your heart? Yeah, that's good. Money's never a bad thing. Wait, 7:30 and it's already starting to kind of get dark. Oh boy, have we lost a lot of light in August. All right, I'm gonna throw down a couple dogs here. Oh, slice and dice. Celebrate good times, come on. Yeah, CJ, so many people ended up being terminated. There's not much going on that sustains, right? Ooh, 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 ooh. Good night, William. So many people have been terminated on YouTube. What I really missed this year was peaches, right? But we had terrible peach leaf curl, so we're not going to get anything. Even though I sprayed 2 times. Oh, this mosquito better not bite me. There was just so much rain. It was just you couldn't beat the peach leaf curl, right? Trying to keep it to one beer. Tiger, did you eat your food? Did you eat your food? Yeah, enjoy the taste of these heritage tomatoes. They're really good. They have weird shapes to them, but they're pretty good. You don't get a lot of them. They're indeterminates. Very good. I could exist on tomatoes. Go. We got our ketchup, we got our mustard, we got our relish. We are ready to go. All we need is a fork. No, I don't have any onion. I'm too lazy to go chop up some. Run a pan of Jiffy Pop. I'm running them over the barbecue grill. Very, very tasty tomatoes. Yeah, Janet sometimes makes some salsa too. Make sure those hot dogs don't burn up. I like my dogs with what's got a little bit of char on them. Bag of microwave popcorn every night. I want a 6-pack of beer, nice hearty. Yeah, I just want one roll though. Yeah, I like hot dogs which got a little bit of char on them too. They're good. Tiger, where's the bully tonight, huh? Where's the bully? Tiger! Tiger! Tiger misses Trotsky. They were such good pals. No raw onions, that's how I like them in mustard. I don't know, I don't mind raw. I don't mind raw onions. It's almost wiener time. Wiener, frontline wiener. Yeah, it is getting dark faster. So it's kind of discombobulating to me because August comes in all bright and it just ends up, but you feel like you're kind of in a funk. believe how many miles that barbecue grill has on it. We've replaced the propane tubes and the drip things. I think the total was like 19 bucks, so it makes it really last. So you don't feel like you're contributing to a landfill. All right, we got to have relish. This is like Chicago style. This ruined Chicago style with ketchup. But we are, ooh, wow, that stuff came flying out. Oh, what the heck? What the heck? Did you see that, Tiger? That stuff came flying out, bro. Try to get rid of some of that. But even these ballpark wieners are so tiny now. Tiger, what are you doing? Hey Taylor, how you doing, honey? I got a little too much ketchup on here. I'll just wipe some of that off. Honey, I'm significantly streamlined. How have you been? Tiger. It's a good dog, but they got, oh, I'm glad to hear that, Taylor. Hey, Cupcake, these things got so small. It's like everything they make is, they turned out pretty good. Everything they make now is so downsized. I had hot dogs tonight, Nino. Tiger! Tiger! We got mosquitoes around. Shucks, mine aren't ready yet, Rosie. This grill blasts them out pretty quick. I think that the Bar S Jumbos were better than these. Even though they probably had more pig buttholes and stuff in them. You gotta have your quota of buttholes in your in your hot dogs. It's a nice treat. Mm. Yeah, I have one jar of peaches left. Tiger, what are we doing? Huh? What are we doing? Huh? Tiger. He's like, you can't fool me. Like, I hate you, Rosie. You're such a monster. Those tomatoes were so good tonight. All right, that's a pretty good, decent calorie feed tonight. Not too bad. Ooh. We're probably around 600 calories maybe for dinner or something like that with the nuts. Celebrate. Come on. That was nice and fast too, no screwing around. Just throw down that food and get it done, guys. Throw down that food and get it done. Sometimes I sit back and enjoy the show. You want to see my tomatoes here? Let's take a look. Here we go. Look at that. These are the Heritage Boys. Here we got got some nice ones in there. Just the shapes are weird, but they taste good. All right. We got some down here too. There. And then over here we have the Roma tomatoes. I don't know what this thing is. Here. And they're doing really well. Good color. Real nice. We got some here. They're gonna have to be picked soon, or else the bugs will get to them. The carrots have been amazing. These things have been really good. You can see the carrots in there. Really good. And here's the onions over here. And look at how these babies are doing. So when they start to fall over and the tops die, then you know it's time to harvest. So everything's doing real good. Really, really good. I haven't done much to weed it. Thank you, Kelly. And thank you, Michelle. I haven't done much to take the weeds out, but every gardener always starts very ambitious, and then once the season gets a little long in the tooth, then the ambition kind of tends to decline. I'm going to be interested to see how all the onions turn out. Kind of interesting. These things are really healthy. They really like these boxes. So you could actually harvest these and have spring onion. You can take the tops for spring onion, or you can wait. These need a full 120 days to come good. So carrots are ready. When you see them start showing at the top like that, and the thing to do when you harvest them, you want to make sure to wiggle them a little bit first. Right. That's important. You can see them over there. You want to always make sure to wiggle them first. Should be a nice one here. So I would say I'd say the carrots were a real success story. Yeah, you have to have soft soil because the second that they hit resistance, they just get all kinds of weird shapes and everything. So we have no shortage of carrots. And they're very good for you. And I don't ever use pesticides or anything. So they're always good. These mortgage lifters have been a disaster. They flower, but they don't ever set any fruit. Right. It's just the worst. These are ones I commercially bought. Everything I grew from seed did great. The ones I bought turned out to be lousy. Go figure. Let me go take these inside. Very disappointing. Yep, very disappointing. Yeah, the carrots were really a raging success story. And we'll finish our night. Nice and crunchy. I like beef and pork hot dogs. I'm not particularly partial to beef ones. I like to have my quota of hog spot and lips in it. I don't know. I mean, what are you going to do in a city? Right? The only thing we had was like stinkweed trees and stuff. We had what are called street Arabs, the guys that would pull carts with donkeys. Strawberries, blueberries, watermelon, corn, gone from street to street. I think that's the last city that still has the horse barns for going street to street. They call them street Arabs. And you would go down and you'd buy your produce off of the cart. They were like donkeys, horses or something. I mean, it had some barns right in the heart of downtown. We're not even charging. Doggone it. Now, a lot of people will use these greens in the salad. Yeah, you can look it up. Baltimore Street Arabs, Arabs. It's all horses going through the ghetto and people buying produce off of the cart. One of my vivid memories. Nice to see Shimei tonight. I hope you are relaxing a bit, Shimei, on your vacation. So you never had to worry about having nice produce in summertime. They'd come down the street 3 or 4 times a day. Strawberries, blueberries, watermelon, sweet corn. And they're still going strong today. Probably not as many. But they're still doing it up today. Let me see my phone if they're still on there. Let me see. Yeah, very southern city.
Hey, excuse me, ladies. Can I join you guys? It's friggin'.
Let's see. Yeah, there they are.
Mixed with the sounds of daily life, Baltimore streets ring with a distinctive melody. It's the traditional call of Arabers. That's the name for fruit and vegetable vendors that sell their produce on horse-drawn carts. At only 25, BJ has been Arabing most of his life. He starts his day by loading his cart with local, freshly bought produce, carefully arranged by color.
Yeah, and these guys would just come around all the streets all day, you know, selling everything.
If you like horses, you find time to be with them. I went in service and I had been away from horses for about 2 years, and I said I wasn't going to mess with them anymore. I did good. Until one day somebody came down the street, I forget who it was.
Now you can
They had a nice
imagine
little pony.
in
Now,
the
maybe it was-
middle of the hood with buildings falling down and stuff, these guys coming through and working hard to make a living, man. But I'll tell you, the produce was always top flight. Nobody ever complained. I mean, that was really fresh stuff that they would bring out. Yeah, they call them Arabs. Arabs, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the picture of what they look like coming through. So definitely a really only in Baltimore kind of tradition. They'd bring over all that produce from the Eastern Shore, and it would be in wholesale markets like 4 a.m. in the morning. There was some cool and very unique stuff about Baltimore, but it was just crazy hoods, right? You saw that YouTube short where the guy ran into the building and the whole building came down. This is what I grew up in. Just street after street of that stuff. Right? Not cool. Not cool at all. And these were all the housing projects and stuff. Just mile after mile. This guy's like Baltimore hoods look crazy. Now let me tell you, they didn't mess around in there. So you can't get out of your car there and go walking. I mean, you'll just be killed. There's some of the little alley homes. Baltimore's all row houses, block after block, mile after mile. Everybody's all connected. Can you imagine that in the summertime in the heat? How pissed off everybody is. No air conditioning. Ain't no stopping this now, baby. Do 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 do. Park Heights. Very dangerous. Boy, the mosquitoes are coming, guys. On that note, I think I'm going to close down tonight because I'm being eaten over here. Yeah, it's not apartments. It's all what they call row houses, Cindy, where every house for, every block, everybody's all connected together. It was just, it's a real Baltimore thing, It's always been famous for its row houses with block after block of marble steps outside. They get out there, the ladies on Saturday morning with the Bon Ami and scrub and scrape until they gleam, at least in the old days. But be glad you grew up in California. So it was really good to see Shimei. Shimei, thank you so much for the grabber. I do hope you had a wonderful birthday. And please do enjoy the rest of your break. It's well deserved. Your days start early with, preaching and Bible stuff, and they probably, I know they go late in the night. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so. Take a minute to do so. And I really appreciate all of my moderators, everything you do. I appreciate that. And in the meantime, have a really good night, everybody. It's always great to see you.